Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big. I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. Fail. And I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from asteroid near Brow.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakami-sama, and I play Solas of Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Brawl, following tier.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salem Motor. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grey Space.
Lava? Did your microphone die again?
No, sorry. I forgot to unmute myself. I was so shocked by Finn because he was still set at 200%. Yes, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage, and she's looking for something.
Hey, I'm Zakad. I play Lafdul, Moonglade, a specialty priest, and occasionally a thief when he finds the motivation to steal something. Yeah, so his gimmick is coming up with fun titles. He's also from Realm Space. Yeah, I like to mix my words around. Yeah, so his current title is the Oblique Ostrobogulus Obtainer. Yeah, that middle word is a mouthful. That's one of the words Lever gave me.
All right, and viewers out there can... thank you very much for those bits for Lafdul's title there, Anghammarand. Viewers can give the players a reroll with 500 bits, and the current rerolls stand at Braxon, Ockar... Braxon and Ockar have 4. Lafdul, Leva each have 3. Solas has 2. Finn has 1. I, the Dungeon Master, have 4. And... What?
4?
I have 4, yeah.
He's had 4 for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, how many do I have? I forgot.
What is... Okay, hold on a second. Just this giant cone is right on my screen. Can you clear that? Can you clear that, Braxon? Because I don't see.
Oh, is that mine?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I don't seem to be able to clear that.
I thought I'd got rid of that.
That seems like a...
You can make it invisible.
Where is the cone? I don't see it.
Just highlight it.
It's up in the upper left corner.
Oh, wow. Right. I thought that was gone. I don't see that.
I still see it.
I literally don't see that. Let me do another cone.
Don't see it either.
It's probably hidden to the GM. That's why.
I don't see that anymore. Let me try reloading Roll20. It might go away.
I don't think so. I mean, it might be a bug.
Is it a placed thing, or is it an active? You know,
yeah,
drag like a ruler.
I mean, if you want to load up the stream, you can see. And thank you very much for those 2 extra rerolls for me, Anghammarand. I really do appreciate that.
Are you giving him 6 now?
For Alt's belated birthday. Oh, yeah, but so nice.
Yeah, I would suggest you don't complain about Alt's rerolls because you're just asking people to give him more. Right, I'm still not seeing it on my screen. So yeah.
I'm gonna check the stream a sec. I want to see this. Top left. Oh,
yeah,
it's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
And I can see exactly where it is, but
all right. I actually have not gone to the new toolbar on the computer that I'm streaming on.
I had a demo when I logged in, and I don't see a cone at all.
Okay, I do not see it. I do not see it on my other computer, which has the new thing. So let me see if I can figure out how to update, because I bet that will get rid of it for me.
That's kind of annoying.
That is really annoying.
Can I change to the old thing and get rid of it?
I think
I don't
that's
know
just
if you can. I don't actually know how to change to the new one right now. All right, well, we're gonna be having that on screen for a little bit because I do not know how to get rid
Can
of that.
you like? No, it's the topmost layer, isn't it? You can't overlay it. Let's see if you can change scene. It might delete it. Any current.
No, because I was
Yeah,
on a
if you-
different. I was on a different scene before. I'm
Oh.
thinking that this is an issue between the new
Yeah,
toolbar and the old one.
that was the demo thing that was there when it was like a tutorial thing.
Has everyone updated to the new toolbar?
Let
So,
me
yeah.
check. I know I did.
Yes.
Well, no, I'm
Yeah,
wondering
but-
if there's anyone who hasn't. All right, UI design.
I have
let's
not
see.
at the moment.
Okay,
I
and you don't
can-
see it.
No, I don't see it at the moment.
Okay.
I don't see it either.
Then it's
I'm
probably
gonna-
showing up for the Dungeon Master and not others. Ah, shoot. That has gotten rid of my my dice box. Hold on a second.
So now that
I
I've
see
reloaded,
Ockar
I can see
doing some-
Ockar doing it.
Yeah, I can see those, but
I'm just having fun with counts.
Give me just a second.
Yeah, it came up when I did start tour. It looks like it's got rid of it for you.
I need to
It's kind of convenient, though, isn't it?
I need to pop out the dice. Oh, well, that is not the right tab either.
Simple things. Oh, you can rotate it. Lafdul's rotating square. I don't know. I just like the simple things in life.
Oh, you're playing
So if
with the
I had
areas.
known
Yeah.
this was gonna happen, I would have done this earlier, viewers. I am very, very sorry that it is.
Yeah, I didn't know. It just sprung it on me when I logged in. It's like,
Well,
hey,
no,
you're on
I
this new
mean,
thing now.
like,
Oh, they've improved the dark mode a bit. It's less half and half. It's now completely dark. Well, other than the map layer, obviously, 'cause
Well-
it's an overlay.
I remember that part of your thing with this, at least in the beginning, was to show people how Roll20 works. So you kind of are.
How long's Road 20 been around for?
Oh,
10 years or?
no, not that long.
Yeah.
But longer than us.
Alright. Good enough.
all right, I'm just hiding it for a second because I need to get this. Need to get my the dice window back in, and it is not showing up.
Maybe if we all switch back to the old one.
No, no.
Can you even switch back?
It said you could switch back, but it didn't tell me how.
Yeah, I'm in the new one. Anyway.
That's easy. You have the top menu on the left, top left. The menu, you click on it, and about the second to, let's say, the
Last.
second
Oh.
last item is
Opt
opt
out
out.
of
Okay.
UI
There we go.
preview.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Sorry about that, everyone.
is Ockar still playing with the cones, or did it just get stuck on my screen?
I have no idea.
I stopped.
Yeah, I stopped.
Yeah, I'm still seeing Ockar at 10 feet, 2 squares cone.
I had to refresh.
Yay!
Well, you could try
I'll
jumping
try
out and coming
refreshing.
back in. Yeah. See if that fixes it.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm not seeing any cones at all.
Ah, that fixed it. Clearly working as intended.
All right. Everything is now back as it should be. All right. So we left off last time. Sorry about that extra delay. The party is traveling through the Phlogiston, and they encountered a new friend who did not assist them in a fight against some flow fiends. And he has also displaced Braxon out of his cabin, and generally been a very polite and friendly passenger for these past 2 days.
A friend who is clearly old in disguise.
So
Yeah.
there was some discussion about trying to get rid of him. There were some attempts to push him in some ways. You guys have had 2 weeks. Is there anything that you want to do going forward?
Not really that we could think of.
I think we're
also
just gonna
kind-
have to put up with him until he leaves on his
Yeah.
own.
I will
So what-
try some thought captures, and I will attempt a new history at one point. Thought captures maybe.
Thought
be,
capture
I
is
don't
not going to
know.
get you anything because there are so many people on this ship that you are going to get like random thoughts from any member of the crew
No, I
that's
was
been on
just
this ship
thinking
for
after the
years.
Are they plotting against me? Do they know or something like? I just thought I'd get something like that.
Yeah, but you're not. You know that like there would be so many thoughts on this ship right now. Like thought capture in any kind of crowded space is not going to get you like the chances of getting something relevant are minuscule.
All right, and it does say the strongest things are pulled first.
Yeah, but the strongest things are going to be things like people
I'm terrified of
dying
a
on
dragon.
this ship. Like you've had people die on this ship before. Those are going to be some of the strongest thoughts.
It's rather morbid.
It is, yeah, but that's the
Yeah.
nature of it.
Thought capture's going to get Braxon going, oh my god, the ship's broken again. I'm going to have to spend ages cutting logs.
Can I just cheat and get one of the priests to do it for me?
What, thought capture?
No, it's just going over with Brax's monologue. I was wondering if he's the type who likes to skip work or if he's an honest laborer.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, so like the thing is like it works in ancient places that were crowded because the strongest thoughts also kind of hang around the longest.
Alright, at
But-
some point I can still try no history. I might learn this.
Yeah.
time. I mean, I gotta get past Mage resistance and saving. I don't know if it gets a saving throw. It does if I'm trying to discern if the creature's polymorphed or something, but I already know it's polymorphed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I'd say if we're stuck with this dragon, there's all these people that want to do stuff for spell ingredients and stuff. So, is there anything we can get from a dragon?
Yeah, it scales.
Yeah, like
It's
well,
not going to. It's already balked at me for having a green clasp.
You
Clip
tend
cross.
to have to kill dragons to get their parts.
Or be
But
around when they're
there's
preening
lots of
themselves.
good useful parts on dragons. So if that's something that you want to do,
The problem is that apparently this dragon is huge, and we don't want to destroy the ship trying to deal with it.
it is
Oh,
huge, yes.
we are woefully underprepared for a dragon of this
Yeah.
scale.
but is there anything you can get? Is there anything that's like we need a mug that's been held by a dragon or that sort of thing?
There are spell components, but I do not have access to those spells, so therefore I probably wouldn't know about them.
Okay.
Like impervious sanctity of mind. But I think that's a red dragon has to breathe upon a copper ring or lead ring or something.
Really? Well, like we
Yeah.
should. If anyone knows of any of those things, we should get this dragon to like.
That was the red dragon, though. I was clarifying.
Okay, yeah, but like we might.
I'm not sure if there are any spells that require Radiant Dragon stuff.
No,
Yeah,
there probably
doesn't
is
come to
regular.
mind.
There'll be regular dragon stuff, probably.
But like we could put aside the forks it eats from and be able to sell a fork that a radiant dragon has eaten.
Who would
with-
believe you?
Who
You're
would
trying to sell
believe?
me a fork saying that a dragon used it? Are you mental?
This is like the Lafdul level of trying to sell something on the black market when he was starting out.
See, and
Oh.
and this is why if you ever did need a spell component that something was touched by or breathed upon, something that doesn't make it doesn't physically change the item, but you need this to happen, you basically have to get it yourself. Every wizard basically has to do it themselves, because can they truly trust others to do it for them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can they possibly know? And then you make up a potion or a wand or something like that, and it fails because someone lied to you about that,
Yeah.
It's like, who would believe you?
Where the
Someone
elves in
with
the
good
ship behind
charisma.
us would.
They wouldn't buy. No.
And they wouldn't necessarily, even a good person might not understand exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
All right. So we are 2 days into a week right now, heading into the third day. So on first shift, on shift changeover, you guys can have a little bit of discussion. Is that something that you guys want to do? Is just kind of like grin and bear it for a while?
Yeah, until it gets. And
Nice for a couple of days.
I think we should. I think we should grin and bear it till we at least get out of the phlogiston. If you decide to stay after that, we're not going for it.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely,
once-
if Braxon or Lafdul tells the rest of the party that the dragon was pretty not happy about them trying to put it on sleep.
Well, I think it was just thought I was just being rude. He didn't put two and two together at first. I think he might have after what Braxon did.
Yeah, he seemed a
He
little
might
bit
have
annoyed.
clued in at that point.
He didn't like my scent.
I mean, you don't normally wear scent.
Yeah, I think Braxton might wear random scents, but he'd probably eat me.
Okay.
I think we're stuck with it.
All right. So first shift will be Finn, Ockar, and Solas. Nora's on the helm. And you guys just try to get back to your normal routines.
Yeah.
Yeah, ish.
Okay.
Braxton's going to have a look at that chair that it manufactured out the front of the ship.
All right.
He's trying to figure out if it leaves that and we cut it out, can we sell it? Or is it just
no, you can't really, because it's so they're entwined. Like, it's formed right out of your ship.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have any of the normal elements. You'd have to do so much extra modification to it and stuff like that. It's not really worth it. And it wouldn't necessarily be comfortable for other people. It is pretty clearly like fashioned for him to sit on.
Yeah. Braxton's going to sit in it when he's not there and see what it's like.
Well, you're not on shift right now, so you can wait.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so let's see. For this week, the rest of the week, you guys working on anything? Finn, Ockar, and Solas? Solas, you're still researching?
Yeah, I'm still researching and hoping that I don't get any further delays, but guessing how it's going to be delayed further.
All right, Finn?
I'm just tending my plants.
Okay. And Ockar?
Just working with the animal training book, just trying to teach Bamel how to come when somebody calls in. Like attack like a training dummy when somebody orders it.
Okay. All right. So during that first shift, Cantro does show up demanding more another meal. And he also demands that Ockar, as acting captain for the shift, that you be the one who serve him.
I'll do it.
Okay. And after that, he will go see how you are doing in your research, Solas.
Are you
Oh,
rolling?
he's
Are
get-
you rolling a
he's-
dice to see what he does, or are
Oh
you
yeah.
just
Oh
deciding
yeah.
off a
Oh
whim?
yeah. Oh yeah. I am.
I think he was. The dragon's sly. He knows he's getting statistic joy out of annoying little wizardling.
I'm specifically rolling to see which shift he comes out on to annoy you guys. All right, Solas. So give me a wisdom check against half your score, please.
Phew.
Okay.
Sucks.
You do manage to work around him, get less flustered than normal, and he does eventually leave you alone for you to get back to work. However, Ockar, Lafdul, no, it doesn't, because this is all about him being
I
annoying.
wasn't sure if it's helping with focusing. or
Oh,
something.
no, not at all. Ockar, he comes to see what you are doing training-wise. And
Well, right
he
now
is going to constantly berate and criticize your activities and your attempts at training Beelmoth.
I'm going to try my best to ignore him.
Okay. I will say that on for your part, since this is more of a fluff thing of the training, since you don't have the proficiency yet, and you'll get it when you go up a level kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's not too much in-game effect for this on you, but he will be there constantly, like saying things like, "What book are you getting this from? I can't believe you're using such outdated techniques. Ugh, no one who knows anything would use those techniques these days," and stuff like that. Just constantly berating you and criticizing you. But he eventually does seem to get bored of that and return to his cabin. And the rest of the shift goes uneventfully.
Don't engage, and it'll be fine.
So at shift changeover, is there anything you guys want to talk about?
Other than the dragon being annoying, I can't think of anything else.
Okay.
Solas grumbles about the dragon being extremely annoying by trying to disrupt his research.
Braxon would ask if he learnt anything about the dragon.
Only that he's annoying.
Maybe he's getting pleasure out of being annoying.
Who, really? A dragon?
And at that point, Solas lets out desperate sigh, another Lafdul.
What? I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Are you suggesting this is an avatar of Lafdul's deity?
No, I doubt that's the
Lafdul
case.
goes quiet and ponders this for a while.
Maybe it's getting some pleasure out of annoying us, and if it doesn't get to annoy us, it will leave us alone and get bored and go away.
There are legends of my deity, like going around on an adventure with a dragon. But I don't really know too much about it, though. It's kind of like hearsay and stories.
So what was it saying about your research? Have you tried asking it questions about your research?
I tried to enlist its help. It seemed to point to this Fire Eyes person or something on some sphere, but I don't believe it. But hell.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, it might
Well,
be true.
maybe if we ask it lots of questions, it might give us some information.
I don't really have access to divination magic where I can ask about a name or a term. Well, actually, I can ask him in, but
Oh, I meant ask the dragon.
oh.
If it starts asking us questions about what we're doing, maybe we can ask it questions about what it thinks we should be doing. I don't know. Try a different strategy. See if something works. I think
Well,
worst
if we
case
give
scenario.
it a riddle, see if he can figure out what some of these might mean. It might just help us with a riddle. I mean, it wants something to do. Obviously, it's pestering us.
Yeah.
Or you might give it a roadmap on how to get Pesteras more later on.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if it wants to find the company in the Broken Sword, I'm sure it's not hard. From Brawl. I'm sure I see something from Brawl around there. Has this table got a From Brawl sticker on it?
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
it doesn't know we're from Brow yet. But it might know now.
Probably
It
does.
might be listening to us.
I mean, it's been on your ship for a number of days, and there.
Can't wait to get back to Brawl.
It's not like you've specifically been keeping that a secret, and you don't really know what it is talked to crew members about and stuff like that.
That's true.
Yeah, he might know we are from Bral, but he might not know actually where the Bral space is. He claims to know it, but do we want to trust him?
Okay, who thinks we should talk to it about the next part of the riddle?
I just thought that he might be interested.
What was the next bit?
Also, what if he finds the riddle so interesting and that he decides to stick with us for longer?
That's true. That's true.
It's kind of like you have to weigh up your options. It's not so bad if we can feed a dragon. That's the problem. That is our linchpin. We can't feed the dragon. If we get into a really bad spot, I reckon that dragon will help us, but it will probably exact a toll. But it's better than being dead, I suppose.
I wouldn't be so trusting on the dragon.
Never trust a dragon.
Nor would I want to keep its company longer than we have to.
Just this dragon or all dragons?
This dragon. I
Yeah,
reserve the option of changing my opinion per dragon basis.
The last Radiant Dragon was a lot better.
Are we still on the shadowed path? This where it's still dark or something.
Yes.
Is there any signs that it's changing at all?
Nope.
I would think the change comes when we reach the crystal sphere.
Yeah, I mean, if it did change, chances are you got off on a wrong branch, kind of thing.
We need to ask about a sphere with a tree in it. Maybe it's a magical tree or something.
Or it could be similar case that it was in here, that it's part of a constellate or just normal constellation in there that we need to figure out. Just like Head of the Pig was.
I mean, you can ask him if you want, but I didn't hear too many people saying yay to bringing it up with him.
Yeah, Solas isn't so keen on it, but if someone goes and asks about it from the dragon, he is not going to be able to stop them.
Yeah, I'm not stopping anyone if they want to try. I'm not.
Solas is just cautioning that that might increase the risk that we have to tolerate this dragon longer than we have to normally.
No, dragon will leave when it loses interest. It's got a free ride, free feed. It doesn't have to do anything. It's completely. What's the word I'm looking for? He's free boating, flow boating. I forgot what the word is, but yeah, it's got a free ride right now, so he's making the most of it.
Yeah, definitely freeloading on you guys.
Yeah, freeloading up. Is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, so second shift is uneventful. Leva, Braxon,
Yay!
and Lafdul.
That means I get to make my spell my first attempt. See if I learn. I don't know where the thing is to learn the spell.
I
had it written down like-
accidentally got rid of my token.
Did you accidentally get rid of your token? All right, hold on a second.
You've
Yeah,
warped out
there
of
was something
existence.
else I was trying to get rid and accidentally.
There was a wild surge.
Solas went into hiding.
All right, there we go. Base. There's the formula.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh wow, 27% on the first week. 10% plus 1 point relative ability score. 1% per level. Times. Wait. I wrote an example down. Need to adjust it for ninth level.
All right.
It just goes up by 9, so it's 35. Oh wait, no. 2% first level. Yeah, and someone else go on when I work this out. Trying to think what it was.
All right. So Leva, you are continuing your research.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did you roll for that spell that you created before? The page numbers, the number of pages.
A second, just a second.
I can't remember if we ever did that.
You caught me out. I have no idea at the moment.
All right. While you're looking that up, Braxon, no, you are not familiar with Fairy Space.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well, but I'm not familiar. I've got no idea. 18 plus 9.
It's not a
No, we
well-traveled
didn't.
series. Okay. Yeah. Well, you can go ahead and roll for the pages for that then.
Yeah, just a sec. Where was I? No, I need to enter the level. I've forgotten
It's
again.
third level.
What was it?
Third.
Yes, that I know, but
Oh.
the roll.
1d6 minus 1 plus the level.
1d6 minus 1 plus 3. I'm doing it this way, so like
That's fine.
this. Correct? 1d6
Yep.
plus minus 1, because I'm going to copy that. So next time I never need to ask.
Yeah,
Isn't that
I mean,
good?
you can just create a macro that's 1d6 minus 1 plus input field.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, 3 pages. Good.
All right. No, 5 pages.
Ah, yes, you're right. 5 pages. Not so good. Could be better.
Okay, Lafdul, you're gonna make your roll for that.
Can I use a reroll on this?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I will hope one of these is pretty low. I might not get it this week, but hey, did I roll that right? Yes. Oh wow, 38, 38. That's
Wow.
hilarious.
Oh man.
So what is this? It's just more time. It's not more cost, is it?
More time.
Yeah, it's just more time.
Another week before I can
And
get it.
if it was easier the next round,
Yeah, it kills up with 10% of every week, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
How many rerolls I got left after this?
You are at 2.
Alright.
I would probably say wait until you're above 50% before you use another one, just because, like. But it's up to you. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. You've got the rerolls. You can do what you want with them. All right. So you continue working on that spell. Leva, you are continuing to work on a different spell.
Yes.
What spell are you working on again?
Wall of Force.
Okay.
How many days? Just
5th level.
No, that's not it. It's I've got everything except for how many actual days she has researched it. I'm on 29 days here, but I think I got that wrong.
Do you know if you took into account the 2 days from last session?
Yeah, don't forget she lost one to
Then
our friendly visitor.
then
So it would
did you
be
get the
one for
one
last
from last session?
I think I did.
Okay.
This is
Then we're at
from-
one more right now.
Okay.
I think you would have been 30 at the end of last session.
I wrote down 29, which is
Then-
probably minus the one that she lost.
Then that's where you're at.
Mhm.
All right. So the rest of the week, let me go ahead and see what shifts the dragon is going to bother you guys on. Oh, actually, before I do that, Braxon, are you doing anything in particular?
I was wondering if it was time to do the ship inspection because I don't remember doing that for a while.
I think you
No,
did that
I
recently.
did it. Yeah, I did it when I was getting a good burst. Solas cast fly on me, so I did a fly around the ship. I mean, I don't have your discerning eye, but I didn't see anything obvious. Depends how critical it is.
I don't think it's time yet.
Okay. I guess Braxon will be doing navigation practice and stuff like that. Well, it'd be looking over charts with our owl friend.
Yeah, Glau.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Oh, trees. I suppose if we got a tree thing in the riddle, Braxon will be looking for tree-based books.
You did that last time.
Yeah. Did he not find anything?
Nothing useful.
No, I mean nothing that you could connect to this simple green heart of the tree. Like, I mean, it's a very very vague thing, and
Yeah.
nothing was obvious
and
in
it's-
any of the books that you had.
Yeah,
He'll,
it's most likely also tied to the sphere.
Yeah, probably. He'll I think he'll have a chat with Finn at some point and say, have you ever been inside a giant tree? We went to that planet, didn't we, in Grin Space with giant trees?
Yeah. All right. Finn?
No, can't say I have.
Okay. Do you
Well,
know any...
some of the houses were built inside the trees.
Yeah. Are there any legends of giant trees in your religions?
No, we're not going to go cut one down so you can have special wood.
No. No, I wouldn't want to chop down a special tree.
But isn't a wood with a tree with special wood a special tree?
Yes, yes. But there's trees you grow for farming, and there's trees that have like spirits of creatures in and stuff. That's not the same thing. Like I don't think I would want to cut down a treant and turn a treant into a ship.
It might make a really
'Cause
good ship, though. All right.
It might do, yeah, but it's a sentient tree rather than just a normal tree.
All right. So, do you have anything else specific that you want to ask Finn? Like, I mean, those are pretty vague questions, like really
Ye-
open-ended. You're not.
Yeah.
I'm not getting to feel that you're indicating to him what you're trying to connect this with.
No, Braxton's just trying to find a way to think like a tree. Because it might be that we
Right, but you don't think like a tree. You make like a tree and leave.
make like a tree.
If you're really that interested in it, after we get back to a crystal spear and I can change up some spells, I can give you that experience.
Okay, that might help.
What?
Changing Braxon into a tree. That would be helpful, most likely.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole. I was thinking of that spell. If that's the spell I'm thinking of, it only works at the second level spells.
I think what Braxton will do is that sword that Ockar said he can borrow if we get into a fight with a dragon. He's going to make sure he knows exactly where that is. He's not going to take out the scabbard though.
Okay.
Because taking out the scabbard might alert the dragon that it's being held.
Okay.
But he's going to make damn sure he knows where that is.
Well, then Ockar can just point to where he keeps it.
Yep.
Indicating that.
Do you have your Shrine to Ptah in your room?
Yeah, he would have, but like he moved
Would you
things
have
into
moved
Ocker's
that?
rooms. Yeah, he would. Yeah, because he prays every day,
Right.
like you do. And Braxton receives something far more important than spells.
Validation?
You mean Erevan doesn't validate you?
Occasionally, when he feels like it, I guess. He's one of those gods, Marlon. You know, it
Oh.
depends on his mood.
Ptah's already helped us countless times.
All right, so for the next 2 days, Cantro comes out and annoys the first shift. So, demanding Ockar get him meals and doing what he can to interfere with Solas's research. So, Solas, give me 2 d20s against half your wisdom score, please.
Why, it's always me. Can't he find plants interesting sometime?
All right, so that does set you back 1 day. It does really bug you. He has not gone to bother Finn. Finn, you're tending your plants in your cabin, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have any plants outside of your cabin that you tend?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So, Solas, you are set back 1 day. Then the following day, he comes out on a second shift and bothers Braxon, requiring Braxon to get him his meal.
Oh. On this day, I would offer him, would you like some good berries instead? I just straight up say it as is.
No,
they
I
can
much prefer a full, substantial
You know what they
meal.
are, though.
Yes, I've encountered that magic before.
Pretty useful. Especially when we start running out of food.
Pretty
okay.
useful for
How many
small,
do you need, just out of curiosity?
insignificant creatures like yourselves.
How many do you need, though?
I'm uninterested in them.
Yeah.
Braxton will bring him his food, and then he's gonna lie down on the deck in the front bit and use his spyglass to look up at the stars in the sky and say,
There aren't any
"Let me know
stars
if
here
you
in the
need
phlogiston.
anything." Oh yeah, sorry. He'll be looking at the phlogiston with his spyglass.
Okay.
So let me know if you need anything. Otherwise, I'm gonna take a look at some of these interesting features.
He gives you a very disdainful look and but does not actually say anything to you. So once he has finished eating, he does head up to the library where Lafdul and Leva are researching, and comes in to annoy you guys, criticize your processes for research. So I need both of you to give me wisdom checks against half your score.
Yay. Oh wow, I was only failed.
All right, both of you did fail, so both of you are set back a day on your research.
I am going to attempt to. Maybe Lafdul gets a little bit frustrated and he shows it a little bit and he's like, well, this isn't working. I pretend to chant a spell and I'm going to use Outer Self for myself. And I say, that's not quite how we like it. I'm pretending to cast the Outer Self spell. I know spellcraft.
Mhm.
So it's not the right words for an arcane spell, but, you know, I'm ad hocing it here.
Mhm.
So do you want me to roll a spellcraft check or not? It's
No,
just,
that's fine.
and then I will attempt to cast another spell. I'm going to cast No History on. He just has to be within 15 feet of me. It doesn't specifically have to be cast at him. He just has to be within range.
All right. So what are you altering yourself into? And Solarian, thank you very much for those 2 rerolls for myself as well.
It's 8 now.
Stop complaining about Ord getting rerolls.
I like
I'm
this.
gonna try.
I like this.
I'm gonna try do some kind of like dragon wings, a variation of the Variel wings, but like more dragon-like, I guess.
Okay.
They're probably not as functional as I would like, but maybe might give a hint or.
So
buff or
basically
stop
yourself,
me.
but with dragon wings.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to cast No History?
Yeah. And I would just say, oh, that spell didn't work.
All right.
Because it's a couple of bones. It's just like reading bones or something. It
Okay.
might have a slight tail.
All right.
The material component is a pair of carved bones.
And the does the target get a saving throw?
Well, it doesn't say that it does specifically, but at the bottom it says, when used to reveal a creature or item that is disguised or polymorph, the creature is allowed a saving throw versus spell. But if I already know it's disguised or polymorph, and I'm not trying to reveal if it's that, I'm just trying to learn something about it in general.
I think the saving throw does still apply because it like the magic is hiding and disguising its true nature and stuff like that.
Oh, it also says the spell does not reveal secret identities. Alright, so I guess his name would be a secret identity if he's only given us.
Possibly.
But it's also a true name, I guess.
I
don't think you
it
would
does
get
not.
it from
It
a
does
first
not.
level
It does
spell.
not reveal. No, it does not reveal a true name. It absolutely does not reveal a true name. No, no.
That'd be pretty good for a first level spell.
True name is something of power.
All right. So let me take a quick look at that spell.
So casting times around, so it does take a while. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to put up a pretense of like I'm doing spell research. So it's obviously that I'm going to be trying like incantations and stuff.
Yeah, I just want to kind of take a look to see what it might reveal.
Common name,
Let's see.
background, lineage, deeds of an item or place should have any notable history at all. It's on page.
Yeah, no, I got it.
368.
I'm looking at it. Okay. So, it does reveal for you
Oh, it
his
worked.
full name, Cantrothgar.
Hang on, can you type that in?
I can.
Please.
Yep, give me a second.
Yeah, you got a name. There's something.
There we go. So it reveals that. It reveals his parents, but that the names are meaningless to you. It does not appear to have any significant deeds, because you do not get any of that. You do get the impression of age, though. Like you don't know its actual age, but you do get the impression that the target is quite old.
Yeah. Well, one would guess for a dragon that big, it'd be very odd. But it's, I mean, without yeah, it's intangible. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
To know its specific age, I mean, and what is old? Is 200 years old? Is 400 years old? Is 1,000 years old? Like what is old? But you do get the feeling of substantial age on this individual. To get a more precise number, you'd need something like no age. All right. Anything else that you wish to do? If it realized what you were doing, it gave no indication of it.
Did it comment on my wings?
No, actually, he did not. He just kind of like snorted when you got the wings.
Are they as functional as the Varia wings? I guess the dragon wings are different.
Yeah, they would be.
All right. I guess any winged form generally have that.
Basically, yeah.
That. No. At least I know I can do variations on the wings I can have.
Does it look like the dragon is bored that it comes around disturbing people when they're doing stuff?
Of that sort of boredom of just like
What can I get a kick out of?
Like everything is so blasé and the same and kind of thing, and yeah, so it's very much like trying to find what kind of fun it can have, kind of thing. But not in the kind of fun that you might think of like, just general joy kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So Leva thinks a bit. She goes there and she says, "Hey, I'm sure you've experienced adventures. Would you mind telling us about it?"
Not really.
Well, you could educate us on how to deal with certain animals and enemies and everything, just by telling us how what you did and what you experienced.
I could, but it would be so much more interesting to see you fumble around yourselves. I'm surprised that you're using these ingredients. You should really use something else. And he mentions an item from a sphere that you've never heard of before.
Mm-hmm. Where would I get that?
Well, in the sphere I just mentioned, of course.
Oh, yes, I got that. But where in that sphere?
Well, on the planet that I mentioned.
Okay.
It's a flower petal. You just go
Okay.
find that flower.
Lara goes to see Finn and says, "Hey, Finn, what about this
Finn's
flower?"
probably asleep right now.
Oh.
When the changeover.
Yeah.
Yes, so he would. So she'll mention it when there's a changeover.
Okay. All right. So eventually he does leave the library and head back to his cabin.
Lafdul mentioned that I've learnt his name is Cantrigar to the party, but I will say don't mention that we know his name.
What Cantrogar?
Yeah, Cantrogar?
Cantrothgar.
Cantroth. Trough is in like trough. Cantrothgar.
Well, a little bit more troth, but it's
Cantrothgar.
6 of one, half dozen of the other, really.
Yeah, I was thinking, what if we come up with a ploy that has a list of notable dragons, but there's this book. Oh, that's. I might be able to tease him a bit. Maybe because he's not told us his name, right? So what if we find, this is an interesting book about dragons. It has a dragon, a mention of a Cantrogar. You wouldn't happen to know that, would you? It says there's no remarkable history. Maybe get angry and start, that book's clearly wrong.
You'd have to write the book and then age it.
Oh, like that and that scene in like Game of Thrones about Jaime Lannister not having any like history when Joffrey breaks him. It's like no history about your deeds or anything. Maybe we could have like a section like that for us. There's no notable deeds for Cantrogar, so he has to, fill it in. Maybe we might surreptitiously learn something. I don't know.
You can try it. It would take time away from spell research, though.
Yeah. Oh, I can table it. Maybe someone could think of an idea about it. If someone wants to try something like that, I think that's an interesting play. It's learning something about the dragon. At the end of the day, I mean, who knows?
Yep. So at shift changeover, Leva, what were you going to ask Finn?
Yes.
No, what were you going to ask Finn? Yes isn't an answer to that.
So she will tell Finn that what's his name, Cantor, has told her about this specific ingredient that could easily be replaced by a better one, to be found in which sphere and which planet?
A sphere
I
and
don't think
planet
you told us.
No, because it's not ones that you'd ever heard of.
Okay, so she tell him. She says it's a flower petal. Do you know anything about this?
So Finn, you've never heard of the planet or the sphere. The flower, it's like, and this is just an example. This isn't actually what he said. A golden orchid. You've heard of orchids. You've never heard of a golden orchid. That kind of thing.
Okay. So, I'll tell her.
Have you ever been in that sphere, or have you heard about it?
Nope.
Oh, me neither. I will have to ask him a bit more.
All right. Okay, so the week ends with one more day as Cantro comes around on first shift again. Expecting a meal from Ockar, and then heading up to the library to annoy Solas. Ockar, are you going to do anything in particular, or just going to meekly give him the
my normal
food?
stuff.
Okay. And Solas, when he comes to bother you. No, this is the end of the week, Lafdul.
All right.
So, Solas, when he comes to bother you, anything that you were going to do?
Not yet. He just tries to ignore him as best as he can.
Okay.
Focus on the research.
Give me a wisdom check against half your score.
The scholar is drastically put off at this point.
All right. So you'd probably get really annoyed at him today for some reason.
Mhm.
Maybe he's criticizing. Yeah, he's criticizing the bookbinding techniques of books that you have personally made,
That
and
point, Solas
criticizing
starts
your organization system and stuff like that.
At that point, Solas starts to berate him and how he's just bothering him during his research and not even giving anything of any valuable opinions.
I'm giving you plenty of valuable opinions. If you listened to me, your bookbinding would be so much superior than this pitiful attempt here. And he taps one of the books that you've bound.
If you say that your bookbinding is so much better, how about you show it?
I have no interest in actually showing you. If you're an intelligent individual, you should be able to learn from my words alone.
Solas goes to complains about how he's lacking as a teacher.
I'm not lacking as a teacher, you lack as a student. Ugh. It is always the ones who fail who complain, is it not? He's like more asking that rhetorically to like the universe as opposed to you. So this has set you back a day on your research.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna like... I mean, you could just like head back into your quarters in a huff or something like that.
Solas is going to stubbornly stay in the library and try to research even though it's failing.
Okay. So he will keep needling you for a longer time than normal. Like he definitely has found out a way to get under your skin now.
Mm-hmm.
And are you gonna do anything else, or just gonna be like dealing with this all day?
I'm just going to shut him out.
Okay.
I just pick a book and just ignore him completely.
All right. So he does eventually get bored and heads back to his quarters. All right. So that will wrap up the fifth week.
All right, fifth week. Okay.
So
Write this down.
starting out the sixth week.
These good berries are going to start getting bad soon, or they lose their potency.
I mean,
Braxon will eat them if necessary.
I think, yeah, I mean, just like you...
We kept them until, obviously, the limit. Then we're just going to have to use them as food.
Then yeah, you just use them as food, and they take the place of days rations
They
for
got
fruit and stuff.
33 days. You can add that to the total, Braxon. Man units of food.
Man days of food.
It's not. Is it man days?
Yeah, it's man days.
Oh. 30, I've got 33 berries. All right. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Sorry. Maybe I've been misremembering them.
I mean, the term is man days, not man units. It's man days. That's the amount of food that one human-sized creature eats in a day.
You told me it was 64 units.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if I got it wrong. And Old's clarifying me, so obviously the other one will have to be adjusted to man days.
Yeah, I know. I know it's man days, but before you said it was 64 good berries.
Yeah, because I had 2 lots of castings. I had mine and Finn's. This time I only had mine.
Oh, this is another one. This is another one. Okay, sorry.
Wait.
How much good berries did you make?
Hang on, I'm going to check the sheet.
I don't remember. I don't remember Finn casting any good good berries last time.
No, what sheet is it on? It's on the ship sheet, right?
Yeah, it's on the ship sheet.
64 units. Yeah, no, that was a long time ago. This is a new one. This is just 33.
Yeah, it's random every time, so you can't use a fixed number.
Right.
The reason why it was much more last time is because we had both of us casting it. I mean, in theory, I could cast another load of good berries, but yeah. Just add the 33.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
I will write them off. I mean, 33 is 33, I guess.
Yeah.
Leo
No,
has
that's
a
cool.
question for Lafdul.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
When you tell us the name Cancergor, is there a way for you to find out somebody's true name?
You need
Asking
a lot
someone-
of divination magic to get. true
Yeah,
names.
that's not the sphere. I think Solas has full access to that kind of divination magic, or maybe Finn. I don't know.
Have any of the
That's not my purview.
So she will ask Finn and Solas. Let's see. Yeah, they're both in the other shift. So
You can
she
ask
will
them
ask them on
on.
the.
You can ask them on
Yeah, it's
changeover.
be
that's
shift
fine.
change when we're conversing with
Okay,
each other.
so she'll ask those two. Is there any way that you could find out, or that we could find out, the true name of our welcome guest?
There are some divination spells that might do it, but I don't. I'm not sure if they would work in the flow, since some of those might require for contact with the other planes.
Because Leva has the skull with true name on it, and she could just send our guest away if we
You
had the true
can't-
name.
You can't banish anyone in the flow.
Send away, not banish, not necessary. She could polymorph it.
When you say send away, you can't. What do you mean?
100-mile range. Or she could polymorph it with true name.
Oh.
She can even have multiple suggestions.
Oh,
But
okay.
it would need work because it needs to that will to actually create the how can I say the actual spell would need Solas. Solas is ability to rhyme to create rhymes because this is it's like
Making a
songs, like
curse?
creating a song, the recitation of a verse.
Yeah, curses work like that.
Yeah,
It doesn't talk about curses. It just says
No,
what
I'm just
the
saying.
effects.
So note
But
here, true names are discovered through hard work, spine, extensive use of legend lore, and sagecraft at the most exacting levels. So it's like it's a process. It's a research process with oftentimes high-level divination magic.
Yeah, true name is something that any entity would be wise to keep secret, since it gives power over against you with quite a
Most things
quite
don't
a
even know their
lot.
true names. Like none of you guys know your true names.
Is that a divine thing or?
It's essentially a it's like an atomic thing. Like everything is made up of atoms. Everything is made up of a true name kind of thing. Everything has a true name.
Yeah, but it's most things don't know it, and those who know their true name, they keep it one of their closely guarded secrets that they only share with those they can completely trust.
Which
and
most things cannot completely trust anything.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. If we can't do it, then the question was moot.
Yeah.
on the other hand, on shift change, Leva will ask some people to help move some couch or anything like that she has in a room into the library.
Mm-hmm.
Just something sort of yeah.
Were you going to seduce a dragon? Put a couch in the library? Have I misheard?
No, but she wants to go and lie down and pretend to sleep when it comes to this usurper.
No.
Right. Braxon says, so you're being disturbed while you're doing your research?
What?
You're being disturbed when you're trying to do your research?
Yes,
Oh no,
but
she's trying to justify doing reverse disturbing by him disturbing her or something.
Can you
when he comes to bother us, then she will just get up and walk to the couch and lie down and tell him to come and wake her up when he's done whatever he's come to do.
Sounds like an interesting tactic. Have you tried using any spells? Can you do things like
No, it's
put
no point.
silence in the room?
That's what Leva wants to do. She's asking for help in getting
Oh yeah,
not the bed, something out that she can actually go and lie down on, so she can pretend to go to sleep.
No, you should totally do that. I meant other people. Maybe other people can try different strategies. We find out which strategy works. That's excellent. Yeah. Okay. Is there room for a couch in the library?
make room.
Barely. You'd have to shift around a lot of like tables and research equipment and stuff like that.
How about a hammock? Can we hang up a hammock? Would that do?
Not any more easily, no.
Or a mattress on the floor. Just on the floor. It doesn't need to be a bed or couch, really, but just something on the floor where she can go and lie down.
I mean, you have some comfortable chairs to sit down and read in.
Okay.
You just make them more comfortable, put more pillows in them.
Yes, something like that.
I don't know if we got recliners or anything like that. So.
No, it would be you'd have a footstool.
Oh wow.
Recliners aren't a thing.
Can Braxton turn one into a rocking chair?
No.
Rocking chairs should be a thing.
Rocking chairs are a thing, but you probably don't have a rocking chair in there because it would be very loud on the wooden floor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not only that, a rocking chair on a ship would be insane.
It would definitely move around a lot, yeah.
Yeah, but we could have like a game, like who can stay on the chair the most.
We could call it the self-rocking chair.
I mean, keep in mind that most major furniture is bolted down so it doesn't move. You know, because you never know when you're gonna have another ship come close and shift your gravity plane and cause all of your furniture to move around. If things aren't bolted down, then that means like all of the stuff is falling. Like all of your shelves have basically like bars in front of the books so that they can't they don't just fall out off the shelves if the ship gravity inverts or something. So I mean, like, you can definitely bring a mattress out, but again, you're putting it in a spot on the floor where people would need to be walking around. Lafdul, certainly on your shift, Lafdul is researching as well, so keep that in mind. But you can use the comfy chairs as well.
She'll tell him what she'll do. I mean, if he comes and disturbs us, then there's not much point in continuing anyway for a moment.
Yeah, but if he knows he can get away with it, he's just going to keep doing it.
Nah, he'll be pissed off because it means I don't take any notice of him. I just go and lie down. Let me know when you're done. You're not important enough to worry about. He's not going to like that. Probably make a lot of noise and try to to pretend it doesn't bother him, and but we'll see.
I feel like I'm getting roped into this by proxy.
I mean, you're sharing the research room.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
Well, if you want, she can just drag the mattress out the room when it's that time. When
Why
he
don't you
comes
just
in,
go
she
into your
goes, she
room?
gets up and she walks to the room and drags out the mattress and lies down on it. Good night, sleep you.
All right.
See ya.
Okay. All right. So moving on to week 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can do another check. This is another week. Well, a couple of days into this.
Yeah.
thing.
You need to keep track of the specific day.
Yeah, I'm like 6 out of 7 for this new week.
All
The week that just went. And this is another week now.
You did not. You didn't
I
make
lost
your
one
check.
day.
Right, but you didn't make your check. You made your check in the middle of the week.
Oh, middle of the week.
Yeah. What day was it?
I only needed, when we started this session, I needed 1 day. So at the start of that week, I would have had 1 day into it. Then I would have had 6 other days added onto it. I lost 1 day.
So right, but
I
we
had
started
5 days.
we started this session in a midweek. 2 days had
Alright.
already passed in the week. Because we only got through 2 days last session.
So yeah, we were doing it day by day.
Yeah. So it was you made your check on I think it was the 4th day of that week. So you had 3 you've gotten 3 days unless you lost one.
So I got 2 days.
Yeah.
Now. So
you're 2 days into the research. So 5 good days is when you can make another check.
this is after this week then.
5 days into this week.
All right,
week
5
6.
days. All right.
Okay. So the first day, Cantro comes out on first shift to bother Finn, Ockar, and Solas.
He seems to have a favor for the first shifts, I've noticed.
Great.
So once again, requiring Ockar to bring him food, and while you do that, he's like constantly berating your skill at bringing him food.
You've got etiquette, haven't you? Can you just make an etiquette check?
I could try an etiquette check, but I don't like this guy.
Oh, you're intentionally failing it then.
I mean, yeah. If you choose not to use etiquette to try to be better, then that's fine. You don't have to. There's no requirement. Okay. And then once he finishes eating, he pays a visit to Solas in the library to constantly criticize your skill at research and complain about more of the quality of the books that you have, both books that you have, and he'll complain about the sorting method that you use for shelving the books.
Solas tries to shut him completely out, and also, in order to help himself to do that, he has put some wax to block noise in his ear.
All right. So go ahead and give me a wisdom check at half your score. Okay.
Some great wax.
Seems to be working pretty well. You do not lose a day.
Basically, he's completely ignoring him.
Eventually, he does seem to lose interest and head back down to his quarters. All right, so second shift is unaffected.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for taking one for the team.
They've taken multiple for the team.
Did we get told about the disruption by Solas?
I
Solas
think-
has been complaining quite a lot about the dragon every time he's been bothering him.
Yeah, I mean, I think
right.
I think you guys would basically every shift changeover be
Yeah.
telling the other shift like, I mean, first of all, you're giving a basic rundown on anything that's happened for the shift normally.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, you're some of you guys are venting, some of you guys are brainstorming anymore about what he might be doing and stuff like that. So yeah, you're definitely keeping each other apprised
Okay.
on his doings.
Braxon.
And
Braxon-
Solas, during this trip, Solas has been especially venting about having lost 5 days of his research already.
Braxon says to Solas, I have an idea. How about if we ask our helmsman to do some spell research of their own? And that way, either the dragon will interrupt you or it will interrupt them.
I would think
Pretty
that
evil, isn't it?
if he's bothering people in the library, he's bothering everyone. If I have not mistaken what Lafdul and Leva has told us, or Leva has told us.
Well, do you have to do your research in exactly the same place as each other? Could you take some books and do research in the hold of the shuttle, for example?
Not really.
You
Okay.
would have to shift quite a lot of books and
They
material.
got all the apparatus, checking, weighs, scales, I don't know.
You'd basically have to move the entire library somewhere else.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, I was just wondering if there were more people doing research that the dragon couldn't bother everyone at the same time.
I mean, I could transmute the door so it's no longer a door, turn it into a completely wooden wall.
Yeah. You could try
Keep
that.
him out, and then he would have to either shape his own door, which he might be able to do.
Yeah.
I mean, he did already shape the deck to make himself a comfy
Yeah,
chair.
but
Might be worth a go though. I mean, worst case scenario is I'd have to repair the wall.
oh,
Would you changing the door also affect the glyph you made on the door?
probably because by its very nature, it would no longer be a door.
I would probably dispel the glyph.
Oh, that's an interesting workaround for glyphs. You
Well,
change
in
the
this case,
function of
it's,
the object.
Well, in this case, it's your glyph, and you are getting rid of it. But if it was someone else's glyph and you were trying to use that way to dispel it, it might not work as well.
Right.
Do-
Also,
do
keep
we
in
not-
mind, real fast, like if you're confronted with a door that you want to pass through, and there's a glyph of warding on it, an enemy glyph of warding, so you transmute the door to be a wall. How have you actually helped yourself?
You have to retransmute the door back or something.
You are
Oh.
one with the door.
So
Can't beat a door, so you turn it into a wall.
do we not have a bolt on that door? I mean, Braxon can put a bolt on the door if there isn't one.
I mean, yeah, it's a dragon.
But
It
do
will
we
just
want to lock
force
it into your bedroom?
No, I'm saying if they want to do their spell research, they could lock the door.
I could put a
And-
priest lock on the door. He could just bash and break his way in. But
I know, but I'm saying it's something you could try. We put a sign up saying dangerous research, do not enter. Yeah, on the door.
all right,
And then I'm not ordering you to do it. I'm saying it's something that you guys could try.
I can memorize a priest lock as well, but he's magic resistance.
Considering how the dragon has behaved, if we put a sign of dangerous research, it would most likely draw him in.
Maybe. Well, we'll find out, won't we?
considering what we consider dangerous is pretty much nothing to that being like a dragon.
Okay, well here's another thing. What if we set up a bogus experiment in the lab? A bogus experiment where things are happening that have nothing to do with your research, and nobody explains what that is. Something like a pile of stones or something.
So keep in mind that if you're blocking the door, they need to get in and out too.
Oh yeah. No, but they only need to get in and out when they finish their research.
Well, they need to sleep and eat.
They need to sleep. Yeah. I know.
Snore it for Solas and Lava. They
But
both got access.
If the door
Actually,
could be bolted, it could be bolted for an hour, so it would have to use a spell to unbolt the door, wouldn't it? Like a knock spell or something.
Well, if it's got magic resistance, it can just dispel it just by touching it. If it
Yeah, that's true.
fails the magic resistance.
Well, a physical lock, it would have to use a spell.
Actually, is
wouldn't it,
that
to unlock it?
dispelled to the glyph of warding in that case? It's not triggered for him, it's triggered for evil. But
Yeah,
just
so
being
he
in
has-
contact with it.
He has not been. No, it does not, because it's not triggering for him. So it does not. His magic resistance does not apply.
Let's say if you block off that door, Lava, he might go through your room instead.
There's no books in there, so what does he want to do?
He can probably surmise that you've been entering and leaving the library through your room, and there is another.
Well,
door.
yeah, she brings out the mattress and leans it against the wall, and when he comes, she just turns it over so she can lie on it.
Keep in mind that mattresses, that your mattress would not be like a mattress today. It's basically a giant sack of feathers or
Down.
hay.
Mm-hmm.
Probably feathers. You guys would probably have better stuff.
All right,
Yeah.
but that's okay. She can sort of. It can
You could
still
use your bedroll.
Yeah. Do we have anything like
Find some cushions.
sleeping
and just-
bags, something like that?
Bedrolls.
Bedrolls.
Bedrolls,
Yeah,
you don't
that
have
would do. She can roll herself into one of those and go to sleep. Pretend to go to sleep.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Hmm.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to do in preparation for the next day?
Well, Braxon would set up a fake experiment, but people don't seem to want him to do that.
Well, it's the thing is that if he's in the library making enough noise, that will cause disruption in the research.
Yeah.
Says you need to focus.
Yeah, and keep in mind that if they're doing anything that costs them a day of research anyway, then what's the point?
No, I meant someone else could do something. Not
but
them.
there's all like you can basically 2 people researching in there at the same time is the maximum. So
Yeah. Okay. I just thought someone could go in with Solas, and there'd be a 50% chance that the dragon would bother the other person.
Oh, they go for
mean,
both. They split the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Solas is just solo researching.
Yeah.
On his shift.
because I mean Finn's been working on his plants, and the dragon apparently has not been looking around for him. So
He has
Yeah.
holed up in his room.
mm-hmm.
He's not been bothering Dragon. Dragon's not been bothering him, I guess.
I haven't been bothering Dragon, but the Dragon has been bothering me.
You've been
Mhm.
insulting him. He's now taken a vested interest in bothering you.
Yeah. He
I've
has.
tried to placate him, but I've also been a bit, I don't know.
You have definitely been
directly,
trying
but-
to needle him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
I'm
gives
trying to be
Braxon
more endearing or a way around it rather than,
Yeah, I mean, you know, he might eventually come to see you as a cute little puppy or something, you know.
I mean, don't dragons think that anyway?
All right, so
Yeah, but if
the
you
second day of the
enough,
week, first shift, you are not bothered by him.
Finally.
Finally.
Oh, God. Okay.
The second
Uh-oh.
shift, he comes out and demands you bring him his meal for the day, Braxon.
He's still wearing
Okay.
scents?
No, Braxon will bring 8 different plates.
Variety. Oh, he's been spoiled now.
Yeah,
Okay. 8 different plates.
and say, which one do you want to try first?
Oh, you're just making him suspicious right off the bat.
Plates with food, or are you saying, like, what plate do you want to eat off of?
No, it'd be plates of food.
Okay.
He got like a silver platter on the top or something.
Oh yeah. 8 plates covered up.
Oh, no.
As always, put them all down.
Yeah.
Did you do so?
So, yeah. So Braxton will say, well, out of all the meals you've had in your travels, what's been your favourite thing to eat?
Oh, that is a tough one. I'll let you know later. And he starts
Humans.
uncovering the meals and eating.
Okay, Braxton will let him eat.
So
Do we hear
he will
about
constantly criticize the food and your stores and what you have both available for him and
Yeah.
what you actually like to eat, kind of thing, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
So-
he will compare it to previous meals that he has had.
Right. Oh, so he's talking about meals he's had somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Braxton will just ask him. Whatever he talks about, Braxton will say, where was that? And
So generally he
Did-
will include that, but it's never anything that you've heard of. And
Yeah.
the meals are different than what you've heard of as well, and stuff like that.
yeah, Braxton will ask him if he cooks.
No, of course I don't. That is what you people are for. As little skill as those on this vessel seem to have at it. I've been in plenty of vessels in the Phlogiston that have far superior cooks to the one that you have on this ship.
Hmm. So what was the favourite ship that you visited?
Oh, I don't have a favorite ship.
No?
They all do their serve their purpose of getting me where I wish to go, as you are. Why would I have a favorite of such a trifle?
So you're not interested in making friends?
What use have I for friends amongst your kind? You serve your betters as is right and proper, and I am your better.
Yeah, but what are you going to do when you get into trouble someday and you need friends?
Oh, what trouble like you and this pitiful little vessel? I could smash it with a flick of my tail if I desired.
Oh, maybe you could, but I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about there has to be something out there that's bigger than you.
Not many things. Not many things. It is your type, though. There are so many things bigger and stronger than you. I understand how you might think that everything must have something bigger and stronger than itself out there. But no, there's even the things that are larger than me are no match for my magnificence.
Well, I'm sure the deity of the dragons has made something bigger than you.
What? Yes, stellar dragons, but have you ever met one? They wouldn't know how to fight if it came up and hit them in the nose. No, they are too pacifistic to bother me. And I have no reason to bother them. Larger than me. Well, this meal did its purpose. You should really instruct your cook to be better about what he prepares, though. And with that, he will head up to the library.
Okay.
Lafdul's going to be invisible.
All right.
He's just doing research invisibly.
Okay.
Because I can do it for like 24 hours. So I'm just curious to know if he notices me or not.
I mean, you're moving things
like-
around.
Oh yeah, he noticed me, but as if he's like, you know, if I try to move away for a moment or something to see if he's actively tracking me, if he can see me. That's what I'm trying to ascertain.
So what he will
various
what he will do is the first time you move away, he will pick up the book that you were looking at and start flipping through it, causing you to lose your page. And start commenting on it and criticizing it and criticizing you. And he will also say, "It is... your kind is very strange, making yourselves invisible for no reason. Just putting yourself in a greater... making things harder for yourselves just to try and annoy one such as I."
So it's a side
He'll
effect of the
then
research.
close the book loudly and toss it onto Leva's table as he comes over to Leva to see what she's working on. Start picking up like bottles of material components and shaking them and looking at them and putting them down in the wrong place and such.
Well, Leva looks at him and says, "Oh, well, just go ahead. I go and have a sleep while you do this. Just let me know when you're done." She gets up and goes to her mattress that she prepared, lies down, and pretends to go to sleep.
Your kind is very weird. You have a perfectly good bedroom over there, and you sleep here? What, are you trying to annoy me? Oh, your kind is strange. Such silly little creatures you are. Oh, don't mind me. Let me get this book over there. So he steps across you, Leva, causing the floorboards to creak and pulling a book out right above you. Basically stands straddling over you, reading the book, flipping through it.
That's okay.
Not very interesting, and he literally drops it right on you and pulls another book out. It's good that there's something soft here to catch these books, isn't there?
Leva just yawns. You know, you're so into you're as interesting as, I don't know. Just go away, she says. Turns around.
Like rolls over, you mean? Rolls over?
Yes.
Okay. So he will continue to do that, pulling books out and dropping them for some time. And then he'll go
And
back
Leva will
to bothering Lafdul.
Leva will
Lafdul's
also
hiding
tell
in the
him that
library.
Leva will also tell him that he's boring. I mean, if you want to be really annoy us, then you should think of new tricks anyway. Now leave me alone. I want to go to sleep.
You're welcome to go to sleep. I will continue to look over your pathetic library here. And see what your invisible friend here is researching. So eventually he will leave you. But having made yourself invisible, and which does actually make it more difficult to do quite a few things, Lafdul, and Leva having just cut off your research entirely, Leva, you lose a day. Flat out.
Yeah, she was aware
Lafdul,
of that.
you are making a check at a quarter of your wisdom.
It's the whole point of this is to learn whether or not he can actually see me. I'm trying to discern.
You are unsure.
Because at some point I'm going to take off my necklace of non-detection, and I just want to see if he suddenly can see me.
You should have made extremely rude gestures towards him.
Yeah, I probably would.
Well, you didn't say that. You didn't say that.
I'm not so fussed about the spell research.
All right, well, make your check. Or were you just not bothering actually researching this day?
This is like an opportunity to learn about a dragon's capabilities of seeing invisible creatures. So I'm going to experiment to see what they can or can't see with regular invisibility.
Right, so you both lose a day of research.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will take off my amulet at various points, put it back on, just seeing if he notices me or if he's just
when you take off your amulet the first time, it becomes visible.
I'll just pocket it, put it inside an invisible container.
Yeah, but then when you take it back out again and put it back on, it's still visible. And you didn't say that you were doing that while he was puttering around. So if you want to try that like on another day, you can.
Alright, I'll just do the Oh, I don't know what to do now.
Could he slip the amulet underneath his invisible clothing?
Yeah, I don't necessarily have to re-wear it afterwards. Because the initial premise is that I was wearing it. If he hasn't properly noticed me, then I am presuming, I don't know, that it is working. So when I take off the amulet, I'm just seeing if he can suddenly track me.
Yeah, but unless he specifically like changed his behavior, and he gave no indication that he could. You're not sure.
Alright.
All right, so you both do lose a day of research.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And at shift changeover, do you guys want to compare notes? Say anything?
Well, Ebha tells the others what happened and what she did, and that he made a point of bothering her. So in some ways, she does get the feeling that he really needs the attention, or the negative attention of someone.
Very interesting.
So I have a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Since none of you seem to be getting much research done with his help anyway, just stop.
Well, that's essentially what she did by getting up and walking away.
Yeah.
The problem is that if they actively stop researching, like their research progress actually starts rolling back. So I'm actually being very generous by allowing like just losing a day, the day that you were on and you were bugged.
Supposedly it's twice.
Yeah, you're supposed to actually fall back a day, but I'm not being that mean. So if they do actually stop, then it is going to start rolling back. So, like, you guys just lost this one day, but if you keep up this just not research on a day that he's in there, like specifically saying we're just not even going to try, you are going to start rolling back at that point. If you're just trying to push
Wow.
through it, the worst case scenario is that you just lose that one day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just a suggestion.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, again, like, you don't do research, so it's understandable that you're not familiar with how that works. That's perfectly fine.
It's not that we don't start research. It's we start the research, but we stop when it comes in to bother us, because chances that we lose the day anyway are fairly high.
It's not too bad for me. It's only half my score.
Right, but this is what I'm saying, is that if you intentionally stop and you keep doing that as opposed to push through, then you are going to start getting the rollback effect.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have to keep trying, or you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will penalize.
This is the third day in the week, right?
This was just the second day.
Oh. Alright, I keep losing track of how many.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think I'm at 3 at 7.
Yeah, you two were unaffected by the first day, so you got a day of research.
Yeah, and that put me at 3 at 7.
Yeah.
And today's attempt failed because obviously I just stopped because I was trying to capitalize on something else.
Yeah. But that's
Well,
the
I might do
nature.
like
That's
an
the
hour.
nature of research. Is that you basically are supposed to be doing it nearly continuously, 8 hours a day, every day.
So the next day, Leva will do something else. She will cast a fly spell and be in the air.
I mean, you can only do that for so long. Also, wild search.
Up on the ceiling. Does anyone else want to fly as well while researching?
I mean, I would say yes, but I've seen your magic go awry, so no. Especially in the library.
Well, you can
I
wait
don't want to
until
lose
you can.
all my research.
We can go outside. I mean, the fly spell doesn't just last a few minutes.
Oh, wait to see if he's annoying you or something, then and just go out and go back in. You also burn through your material components.
Yeah. What we could do is we could go out. I cast a fly spell and come back in while he's there alone doing his stuff of changing books and doing stuff.
So keep in mind that, like, you're not in a library with like 20-foot high ceilings or anything like that. If you're flying in your library, you're hovering inches off the floor. That's it.
Ah, Solas.
Mm-hmm.
You might like this. You know that prank that Finn played on you? Where you couldn't move that book? That dragon would not be able to move that book if you cast that spell, because you've got access to that sphere. Or it would really struggle.
Actually,
It's an idea for you to try.
how about we just lock the door?
Well, that's what I suggested.
That is what Braxon suggested.
Yes, but I think with what's it? Knock? No, not knock. Lock. Wizard lock.
Wizard lock or priest lock?
Yes.
You're high level than me, so we would have a higher.
Wizard lock.
I know of another similar spell that would just make the book run away or fly away from him.
Yeah, but that defeats the point of trying to research if you can't hold on to the book.
No,
Well, that's just it. It doesn't fly away from the caster.
Yes, avoidance. Never could cast avoidance.
I was thinking more along the lines of frisky chest.
Could you cast there, not there? I was thinking there, not there on the door, but no.
If he comes in with
just disappear.
No, I don't think that would make any sense. But this frisky chest, is that similar to avoidance?
Probably similar.
I have no idea what a frisky chest is, but it sounds good.
It's like a thief's lament. You cast it to stop thieves from stealing your stuff.
It's basically if you were to cast it on a chest and someone else tried to get the chest would start running away.
It would literally sprout legs and run away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And
should
you
do
can
that.
cast it on books too.
And I'm just looking at avoidance is permanent. What is frisky chest?
Let's see. How long does that last?
You cast avoidance on his bed. That would be funny. You might just go to
Yeah.
someone else's bed though.
Well, on his bed, no, but on
Can
the
you
books.
cast it on the
On
door?
the slaver would only on what? On the door? Yes. Let me see.
Would he be repelled? I mean, his magic resistance might apply, but you know, it'd be funny if it worked.
Probably dispel the magic, but it might be. We still need to lock the door. It doesn't make sense to cast avoidance on an open door.
Oh, it's only permanent.
It's also permanent. Can you assign who has access? Because avoidance is only the caster, so as far as I can see.
Looks like it's the same with Frisky Chest.
Solas, do you have access to Frisky Chest?
What sphere was it?
Wards.
Yeah, I do have major access to wards.
So Solas could cast it on a book that he's using.
Yeah,
So
but the thing is that then no one else could use that book.
you could
Well, you
dispel
can
magic,
end it.
couldn't you?
You can negate the spell voluntarily.
Can that be done with avoidance as well?
No.
So what would Sleva need to do to get rid of the avoidance?
Cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
It's your own spell, so you can just cast it, and it would instantly just eliminate that one spell
Okay.
effect.
Do you really want two
Okay.
wall search per day?
I don't care.
I mean, I do if the library gets destroyed. I've seen giant holes appear in front of you. I don't know if that'll happen to our library all the shit.
Then I would be quite happy to take the books out that she's working on and cast avoidance on them and then take them back in.
Right, but so keep in mind that like spell research is not just reading books. You can't just take
Mhm.
some books out of the library. You're also like
Working out formulas and
working
stuff.
out formulas. You're mixing up ingredients, not necessarily cooking things up, but there's a lot of working out of kind of a, as someone might say, a mathemagical process kind of thing.
Oh, also one point to the casters. Do we want to risk the dragon casting if it has the possibility casting just untargeted dispel magic in the library?
Well, it's not just that. It's at least avoidance. Things react differently depending on the mass and weight of the person being repulsed. And I think nothing is really has more mass than the dragon. Am I correct?
Yeah, so avoidance works in that if something heavy is approached by a creature, the creature is flung away. If avoidance is cast on something light and a creature approaches the light object, the object is flung away.
Mm-hmm.
So if you cast it on a book, the book is moving, and it's flying. And it's Frisky Chest will sprout legs and walk away, run away kind of thing. Avoidance literally is like a telekinetic fling kind of thing.
Yeah, that book might get destroyed.
Nah.
The avoidance is one of those things where you generally like put it on a like a door or an object, a very heavy object that something approaches, and they're literally flung backwards from it.
That's not what it says here. It says annoyed will be thrown back while the chest will skitter away from a giant-sized creature as the creature approaches. So it's not the telekinetic flung away, it's skitter away.
Yeah, but that's because it's on the ground and it's basically like sliding across the ground kind of thing. It's still kind of flung away, like because a big point of it is that you because it's going to move at a rate that tries to keep it away from the thing.
So
Frisky chest
I
can
mean,
be like cornered. Like it'll move away from you, but if you move it in such a way that it has to go into a corner and thus it can't move away from you, then you can restrain it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's how I got it with a duck in my room. I had to shape wood to trap it.
So what would happen if Leva was to wizard lock the door and cast avoidance on it?
Only you'd be able
So
to
we
get through the door.
Yeah, but as long as we do research inside the library, that will be okay. And she can do the dispel magic on the door at the end of it.
You don't.
Correct?
Yeah, but I mean, no one can leave to go to the bathroom or anything like that.
Unless we go through your room.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel free. She will open her room for that.
The dragon will just go through your room. It doesn't care. It's just stolen Braxon's room.
It would have to figure that out.
Yes.
You really think that it hasn't realized that it could go through Leva's room if it needed to?
Anyway,
look at the layout.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. You go down the stairs, there's 2 doors on either side of the staircase.
So
And on the other side of the room, door to the library, you can see that there's a room where the other door would lead.
What if Braxon puts a third room into the library and you all do an avoidance on a different door? So you've all got one door you can come in.
Huh?
Yeah.
It would take a time to make another door, though.
In which they wouldn't be able to research. You'd be sacrificing space of the library, which is going to reduce the space in the library.
Mm-hmm.
And would probably reduce its capability of acting as a library for certain levels and stuff like that.
I think you should just bolt the door and see whether it comes in before you start using magical means to do different stuff.
I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah. Yeah, Solas is...
There's a bunch of ideas. There's not a whole lot of, like, let's do it.
Yeah,
I'm just
Solas
looking
is,
around for
more,
spells.
Solas is more interested in trying the non-magical options in hopes that if the dragon decides to still try to enter, it would not use magic like dispel magic under targeted and accidentally dispel something useful. Like potions.
Well, what we know is that the dragon explicitly does this to annoy us. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more or less said so. So doing a generalized dispel magic would be not what it wants, because that would essentially defeat its own point.
It will also subject himself to the magic if he's...
Let me have a look how many avoidance I can
He would have to cast it at maximum range. Like how the cross... Is there a position where you can cast a spell magic where he wouldn't be subject to himself if he cast a 60-foot radius? This is 60 foot, isn't it? I need to check.
I mean, you're assuming that he has any spell effects on himself that he doesn't want to dispel, kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I was thinking the shape change, but I don't know if that's a magical or a natural form.
It's essentially natural.
Would I know if I dispelled Finn? Would he turn back to a human? Would he know that? Would he have said that?
I
guess I would have asked him at some point.
So, I mean, the thing is like, the problem is that they're, like, you can't use, like, a dispel on a shape change to have them be in a small room and change form and die because they can't, they're bigger than the room kind of thing.
Yeah,
and I know that's not what you're planning. I know that's not what you're planning. That didn't really enter into it. But Like, that is explicit that you cannot do it. Like, you cannot enlarge a creature in a room and make them too big for that room and injure themselves, kind of thing. You can't dispel a shape change and make them... And you also can't polymorph someone into something larger than the room fits and stuff like that. So generally in those cases, the magic just fails. So right now, I haven't decided whether you could dispel Finn's shape changes. I don't know. I'll need to think about it some more. See if there's any writing on it. If you tried to dispel his shape change and I decided that it could be dispelled out in the open, it would fail inside regardless because he'd be he can't fit into the space.
So the spell effect is constant until he's returned to his form. If obviously it fails, it cancels.
If he's in such a place that he can't get out, yeah.
Alright, so it's a constant. No, that's a way of looking at it. So
Finn
Like-
would also ask Lafdul the follow-up question of, would you actually want to do that, though?
no, obviously not.
But you might encounter an enemy druid at some point or an enemy shape changer or something like that. So,
No, it's more of a case of the dragon dispelled himself of an area, effectively didn't know what he was trying to dispel.
no,
If
I mean,
obviously he was
like
casting
his
magic.
his shape change would most definitely not be dispelled in a small space.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
But does he realise this? You've employed that to us.
He knows his shape change capabilities. He absolutely knows his shape change capabilities.
Considering that he has many hundreds of years over any of us, I think he would have experienced that kind of situation. Even if he hasn't done anything of note.
All right, it is about time for us to take a break. Let me just send a message to someone real fast.
Hoping we can get out of this flow river soon.
Or even more, get
That's why I
Out of
used the
this dragon.
rerolls. I just wanted to just not have to do
You want to be done.
research.
You want to be done, yeah.
So I'll take the loss. I mean, yeah. Because I knew I'd start struggling to keep up with it after a certain point.
Okay, but it is about time for us to take a short break. So it'll give you guys a little bit of time to decide on what you want to do, whether you want to kick it off with some magic or kick it off with just like a normal lock on the locked door kind of thing. Good time to stretch your legs, get something to drink, and we will be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. See you shortly.
See you on the other side.
Yeah.